Hi, my name's Frank Chapman. I'm 31 years old. I live in an area of Long Island, New York called Selden. It's right in the middle geographically, and it's a lower middle class community. Rock and roll to me, it's hard to really pinpoint what it means exactly to me, but I will say that it's been an important part of my life, and it's been there for me my whole life. Literally, when I was young and my parents were going through divorce, there was a lot of drugs involved, there was a lot of violence, and rock and roll was an escape for me that helped me cope, and it helped mold who I am. And in some way, it was like almost like a second parent besides them, getting me through life. Listening to lyrics that I connect with and music and such. My father was also a musician. He played drums and he played guitar, and he got me first interested in playing music myself. I tried with guitar and moved on to singing. My influences, they started with the old school stuff, the 70s, 60s rock. I really love Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's probably my ultimate favorite band. But I also love, Black Sabbath, the Rolling Stones, Robin Trower, Jefferson Airplane. I mean, I could make a list all day. Jimi Hendrix. And then the 90s, the early 90s music scene is like really like what hooked me in hard when I was a kid. My first favorite band that I really remember loving was Guns N' Roses. I don't know why, for some reason, like Slash in particular. I thought he was like the coolest dude in the world. But then I moved over to like the grunge alternative scene, and I was just saving up anything I could, allowance and yard work money and stuff to get CDs. I had Core, I had Super Unknown, I had, Alice in Chains Dirt and Nirvana and all that stuff when I was, 9, 10, 11 years old, before any of my friends were even really into music. I was already eating that stuff up. And now as an adult, I've gotten really into like the old school Delta blues, the real dirty acoustic stuff like Lead Belly and John Lee Hooker and Bo Diddley, that type of stuff. I also have to give honorable mention to Tom Waits because he is one of my favorites, definitely my favorite solo artist. I just love how eccentric he is and all over the place. His influences from jazz to blues and whatever else makes him the way he is, even the industrial aspect. It's all great. Hobbies and interests. I have to go back to music because I actually did pursue it. I've been in several bands locally, played shows. I know all about trying to market on the scene. I've always ended up being like the leader, just by default. Not that I've strived to be that. I just ended up doing that. And so I'm always the guy booking shows, making contacts for t-shirts, trying to think of ways to, I guess, get our name out there and get more attention to us. And part of that has come to my stage presence as well. I like to be eccentric on stage, and I actually make all my own sunglasses, which I wear all the time at the shows. These are some of the ones I like, but as you can see, I have a lot. So I wear these sunglasses, and then sometimes I'll wear something on my head, like a crazy hat, a colorful hat, or I'll wear the bandana Tupac style in the front, or bright basketball shorts, stuff like that. Aside from music, I grew up with professional wrestling, and I feel like it's worth mentioning just because, everybody that knows me knows it's something I love. Everybody that knows me is probably something they associate with me, so I would be silly of me not to mention it when you want to know about my hobbies and interests. And a lot of my friends say I do a pretty good Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, they really like it when I freak out. You know what I'm talking about, Macho Madness. Figured I'd throw that on the tape just to show you a little bit what I'm about. And also, I'm in a master's program currently for social work. It's what I've pursued outside of music because, you got to have that fallback, and, especially with me at the age I'm at. And I really like social work because I get to work with adolescents who have maybe experienced similar problems that I did growing up, and it just really makes me feel good to try to give back and help them, and really help anybody that's struggling. It makes me feel good that I can contribute to that in some way. So that's why I am going in that direction, and I'm about to graduate in about 2 months. I guess in closing, I want to say two things. One is that if I were to be the person you picked, I just want you to know that I feel that I have a lot of like creativeness in me, a lot of ideas lyrically. I write all my own lyrics. I come up with my own melodies, and with all due respect to you guys, I would like to be a part of the creation process. And if there was new material being written or whatever, I wouldn't be trying to just, write on your already established notoriety. I would want to put my own flavor, my own spin into it, and I hope that that's something that you guys want and can respect. And I would just like to say how much of an honor I think it is that you're opening up this singer submission to the public, where people that you may have never been exposed to have a chance and opportunity to try out for your band. And just, I feel honored that I'm getting to just send you this video and talk to you, and you're seeing who I am, and you're going to listen to my music, and it's just such a great thing. So I just wanted you guys to know that that's a really cool thing, and thank you for that.